When we look at the defense, Claudette, Todd Orlando came in, of course, with a track record and a big name. And they really amped it up in regards to turnovers. But at the same time, I think one of the most exciting players to watch. I was just fascinated, always watching Talanoa Hufanga. Of course, he moves on to the NFL. Right. Your thoughts about the defensive play? Still a lot of standout guys on that side of the ball.
Yeah, I think their defense is going to be just fine this year, honestly. Obviously, they lost Talanoa Hufanga. He had a ton of interceptions last season. I felt like every single game I was watching, he was making an interception one way or the other and just making a spectacular play. Super talented player. But they have guys like Chris Steele in their secondary that are really talented. They have Drake Jackson, really talented linebacker. And then they have new faces coming in as well. Corey Foreman, he's a freshman. He's looked really good. Rayshawn Davis, Clay Helton said that he brings a pro mindset to practice, that he's looked really good, really sharp. So I think their defense is going to be fine. Also, what people kind of tend to forget is that last season, USC had a new defensive coordinator, Todd Orlando, and they had to install a lot of their defensive schemes through Zoom. And then they didn't have a spring, they didn't have a fall because they got off to a late start. So that made it really difficult, just trying to learn a whole new system and kind of work with their new defensive coordinator as well. So I think now that they've had the spring, now that they've had a proper fall camp, they've been in summer workouts, I think that you will see them be a little bit better this year than they were last year.
We talk USC here at the Voice of College Football, but do you want to take the deep dive and check out Claudette's work there at USCSI? Claudette, we appreciate you stopping by. But one more thing, always like to get that expectations question out of the way, especially in regards to USC. This is always an interesting one. So where do you think they should aspire to be? Where do you think the fan base, the reasonable fans, will get the other folks out of the way, think that this team can land in 2021?
I think the expectation should always be to be in the college football playoff and to be competing for a national championship. I think that's the expectation that USC has for themselves. I think that's the expectation that USC fans have for the program. If we're being realistic about this upcoming season, I would say it's a really good shot that they win the South. I think that their toughest games might possibly be their non-conference games. They're going to play Notre Dame this year, which will obviously be a difficult game. They're a very talented team. But yeah, I think that there's no reason why they shouldn't win the South. There's no reason why they shouldn't be back in the Pac-12 championship. And I think that we could very well see a rematch between USC and Oregon this season.
Claudette is now off to practice. Claudette, we appreciate you stopping by.
Yes. Thank you.